Yeah, yeah, no. Yankutu nana sia. Onyamia yani dia no no. Wayama na dimu. Wayama na dimu ai. Atafo ti shoko. Wati mu se esu. Ah. Ade. This so but of mention to other platforms. Video wins. I just see.
Oh,
Ella, God bless you.
God bless you too.
But your 2 minutes, make sure to platforms and so not after your shots.
Majority.
You said but I'll share 2 platforms. Those one share 2 platforms. I was for the movie be aqua, Mr. Mo. One more me other platforms and so no. Mon share, mon target, mammy. Why? I'm more preference for mammy. Mr. Mo Vancha me.
Echesi obesia bosisireku onya onwam kasamereku ya owantam nuro nation pempem kuku awomreku atinase bio obesani chechefruma kanya heroma do sobreboma timo bonyo awomreku atinase bio obesani chechefruma kanya heroma do sobreboma timo bonyo
I was here for me, Mamuina Quaba, Ebajimedi so. And then make I will say Jara Beauty World for and the summer Sunday I would media medium so for the woman requirement one and that your baby didn't come up. Make I will be able to say book one was so abajaso. Yaya Mammy Grace Asante Odro. Can God interrupt your life? I Konakoto be Amazon, our candle, be a upebia, Amazona, our honor. Sana book for Robinson and also about the beauty of a woman's sat and also Yamame Auntie ya for the atobra and the tro sang Nakope bicho ewo Amazon Kendall Nyadiade Nina Iguho Konakoto be kama.
Echesi si obesia bosisireku onya onwam kasamereku ya owantam nuro nation pempem kuku awomreku atinase bio obesani chechefruma kanya heroma do sobreboma timo bonyo awomreku atinase bio obesani chechefruma kanya heroma do sobreboma timo bonyo
Ejaki si mo wakwaba eba Lunchtime talks.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa, Pacho Bebo Diachre, na Yahu baby, you free said the Bayan Common, be who said you be called Afa, an area.
Maybe Ebenezer Ajekum Kisi.
That's right.
Make a tree, the enemy again, any Glasgow, UK.
And that's it. We are for another, yeah, sorry, waha. Me and Casa, Mutita me Casa me da. Me papa biasia eniama bebra me nyina our background mu that, but he corrects me, he teaches me how to actually conduct myself. I remember when I started doing this program, was say you are not a blogger, don't behave like a blogger, and that is what is actually keeping me in check. So who say I'm actually towing the line, I don't do other things that other people do. It is this under this grace of this man, and I honor you this afternoon. Obi anymore Glasgow, I say when it comes to a Jackie Sidia, don't go there. And that is me. The baba akope enemy. Make a way na mechia or sofute de dupon, baby be a will be a mechia, any mama Joyce, baby be a will be a mechia. I go see a Mr. Munshine to other platforms, so mamma mean to me and share to enco other a iso, medase. I go see a mawakwaban so. Eda, and then ye baby dim komo. Na esan se enebeye enchirechire nti no me pese oto obuase ye ka about temperament ye taitete nkrofo keka eye din
yo awo medasi ye ka temperament mede me mia mani a se ye metimi ye be ni twi pure timi mia mani
o de ka bro because I think say ebi mo your platform no so mo nti ye kasa nti no French for ne Ivorians no nti brofo twi wo de fafrafra so that everybody will get a clue what is going on.
Maybe that's it. Yo. What twi kasem no ye be kase ya wusu. And as ya busu. Ya wusu senia ya wo no wote. And I say emma wo eye wo. Emma wo eye wo. And inti no say obehwe nipa senia nipa doma ye wo wiase over 7 billion obi ani wa obagazi enipa mienu omonam ibi ntaho mienu krampo no omonye kro omo omo fi ye funu ba komu ba no krampo no they differ in so many ways and you know something that distinct you from other people. Say open the actual meaning from the dictionary, that's the maybe the Oxford, I'll say a person or animal's nature, especially as it is permanently affect their behavior. So until adibia a wo mu show mu na ama wade ye e danso na e strong and no and the different temperament and as house.
And they are not your kind of sad, they are not just a subai to say incense, and they are for
that's right.
And no uncle for castle won't mean fancy, you know, the dodge cry it's because it's in you, never out, and yes, sir.
That's right.
And
that's
then
right. Make a bibia for who says subai a yin who do it breeds character. Okay, it is your temperament that prepares or that forms your character and your personality. That's right.
Wow.
You know, it depends how you mature into it. That gives, I know say we are false personalities, people can prevent, but actually those who allow themselves to be formed properly and takes a move or form from their negative sides of the temperament builds their character you see in their personalities. All right. I said, I was soon away muno. Yen subani a dead in ya wusunimu. Ne was send ya otichu huefimu. Na uma and you may be boawo. Na ma suban and I said, ya would dead you personality no edimupa. That's right.
Okay.
Wa wusunu woho and you may be boao. Emma will sue and will buy and so ebaba beye at this room.
Wow. Wow. Ejagisi, ya kind sad ya not just say nipa bia wo awusu. Na awusu no me sure say nipa gu ahodro no. And also be gu ahodro anameboa. Ebi ne sen.
Exactly. Say mimbo bebria na mentwi with a little bit of history or into a bit psychology mukakra. Say psychologists and I say nipa bibra omo esua de ahwehwe nipa behavior, our character, our way we exist. Oh, there has been research upon research, but there is this particular earlier researcher ebaya che na no na me pese ye basing argument and as you discussing on temperament on. There are 4 traits via a year your friend is saying Kophobia women see and nipa some learned people who made the research into human traits, and that is where we want to form discussions on. Now, one more a year papa be or your friend say Greek philosopher. Need Hippocrates. Now, we share mirror or sa abusumu research now. It was even 400 years before Christ. Achepa and as almost say nipa bi asua de ache. Why research? That's right. And ohwehwe mu na oyisu ade bi a ye friend no say enipa mu nsuo. Na
okay.
Nyame charge in recent times no sa na research na ode enipa mu nsuo no yabo agu. Na emu edin na ode to so no de won ma hu say it stands out. And then they saying obo awosu ewo nioma anan bi 4. Grouping it into 4 based on the certain fluids in human body. Now, bakuye sanguine, choleric, melancholy, and phlegmatic.
About to what my na ebia no bi tie na wahu baby kwa woye.
Okay, metu me bo medasi. And make us say inti say open nipa emu awusuo na in temperament traits no. These categories and near me babe fall on. Me babe use you. That's right. Okay. There are a lot of research into different way you categorizing. That's right.
Okay.
But me babe use you 4 groupings. But sanguine, choleric, melancholy, and phlegmatic.
Okay.
Now say idea needing bo basabasa sa no. If your friend is saying in Swabia away mu according to researcher no and no and ordinary sa 18 no. Na obia ewo at least who group ni said then say na wuti bia no hye
okay.
If you go into other studies one mu chemu mienu pese we are say yewo introverts and then extrovert. That is nipa say uche yemu a ye onkrofo bi a wo ye yanko and ye onkrofo bi so wo ye inward wo ye boko so to say but emu biara be no ubon say nyoma ye bekumi ubehu say onipa no ushimu baako. You are either a sanguine, choleric, melancholy or phlegmatic. Na sa even sa group ways no emu mienu more outgoing extrovert and emu ye introvert. So but if say in this case, yen center on sa 4 way na yen hwe. Again, mama fa we be say from a Christian point of view, mitna head here, I also speak from the Christian point of view, deeper esisa na ne boa ye ma yesisa enyame won konkro nti bo hu say ye beka obia ne de ene ne mmere oye no but ni free wo ho a we move afi ne mmere oye nim enyame won konkro boa wo mo na otimi be a very whole person.
Okay. All right. Me ba chama men ka bibi kakra wo ha. Adofo se waba so ano wa share video na ye besua de. Nyame ayen yadaroma ama ejekisi aba be ka yensa. It's a very busy person but how ametimi dragging aba ha no. Onyame nko anenim. Ye ba besua awusuo. Nti said be you actually identify yourself of who you are so that we can also relate to others. You see other characteristics of other people and you'll be able to relate to them because nipa danso. And you must treat people according to how they are. Take people as they are and love them as they are because ebi ya wusu nya de ade ne beko eyosu ewonimu or pretend the crab ribi emma netime e shift kakra bi a ade ne wonimu nti is able to sister ya Russell me hu nyame onhira Akosia Williams David Biansi me hu nyame onhira Esther Oduro me hu nyame onhira me so mo ba so amon share video no emma me glass before yenya ye die nti mon share to other platforms so emma me na e dey besua de it's been long time since I sat under the feet of this man and I want to really enjoy it this afternoon. Enti Mr. Miss ya de ma fa me pen and me paper anya hwe kra no menya bibi 1 or 2 bi enti no also fa pen or paper and e ba besua de enti no ye kan ya you identify we hu said e bia senti na me kunu ye sa de ban senti na me yere senti na me ba we ti sei enti we are not going to base it on marriage but a whole relationship with others. We who say we for the same mother, the same father, but the entire mamu differ. Sanya maniamano and Yababushian. Yabushian said we will be able to have good relationship with others. And no one here, let's concentrate on that angle. Ejakisi, Pacho Yentuaso.
I will me to say, Obobo and Yoma, Obobo see a chat about how to know. Basically, that is the essence of knowing your temperament and
That's
that of
right.
people you relate to. And it is very essential. Well, baby, about one is good for teamwork. It's good. Say ube nipa dodo no send your material. That is be on say ube say we leader, or your boss, or your team ever jume bia mu so a ube one more wo mo hye wase. Na eno so wetimi relate ye to omo. And I say oh yes subordinating so na who say we lead any a ebeboa wo ama wo relationship with your leader no so be won crofobia wo mo ye emre by nature wo mo high inti won say okonya boss a oye high pe bo so waboto now say who quickly now who boss or tisa pe you adjust now wetimi at so na one we yiri ana woni wukuno one bomba it will help you to relate to them. Natural BB say it helps you one to know yourself. To know yourself. Most importantly, bebrinim yeho. Unfortunately, the reason why we are stressed out, yeah, frustrated. Now obije bibia na yeho yira na sikotwanity is because sometimes yankasa yentimi identify who we are.
Wow.
So that's right. Because if more out is when we taking your even under stress, under pressure, they able to go through is the only trigger point, only mano embassy so mano na ni bunfu. So I say they have this statement. One thing never offend them. They say everybody has got an element of fully in him, and it takes a foolish person to bring it out. Number them there's that's right. Therefore, how you manage your fully shows how matured you are. So no, it's not to say to disadvantage, no. But for you to know so that you can able to relate to people. It helps you to plan as a team to be able to delegate work. And then if you wouldn't mind, if I could go on. And
yes,
then
absolutely.
About the first group now. When you pursue and you ahuru nyina mu no. Tell me the can say atiche mu anan. Now I'm going to talk about the first one. You're from sanguine. If I could spell it SANGUINE. Sanguine.
Okay.
Right. The temperament, the fact that is a sanguine. Now, Sankrofi, Wamu and Yoma traits are Uhuomo Hupa and near the kind of say, when we are buoyant, they live in the now. They are always happy. They couldn't care less. Before say when we are insensitive, they can laugh and they can make friends so easily. They talk a lot. Only one more meeting as here. And two, Obamu say, a diverted conversation, because they have a lot to say. They have a lot to say. They are lovely people to be around. They like everybody. They socialize. As a matter of fact, they have very good customer service personnel. It doesn't matter how I go for over Tuma over Boko.
It's Usham Wow, you know, yes, sanguina. Or Nim said a crocro, Nimawadio. Sancro for no Nimawadio, and channel
very good. That's right. How to diffuse pressure.
And attention.
How to diffuse pressure and tension, will fear or your software, you will like him because to General Casa, bet me a casa for hours. Because apart from this, you will love him. So he's a lovely person. He's a lovely person. He always has friends everywhere. He likes people. He's never lost of words. That's right. And my woman
hey,
that's right.
And I'm talking what it now. Now I say no about negative. No, said it.
Mami can be about the positive. My general overview of a sanguine person. The positive, he said he enjoys life.
All right.
That's right, and he is optimistic. Optimistic. So the nature said or live today. Now, obagas on dream now. and he's friendly and compassionate.
Ajay.
So to say, he's friendly and outgoing. Now, only one susu and only one seriously. Sa nipa way, and I'm just say you wouldn't see him and pass by him. So to say, obey engage you. Na me area me obisa papa bi wa ha Nigeria ni ma betina ha chi obetina anche but nipa papa ni no ma betina so many years nipa no ni and I love his personality. I love his personality. You see him and you love him, and that is how some of their weaknesses near they are relentless, and they become a little disorganized.
Okay.
So they become disorganized because they have so many things
in their mind,
in their heads. That's right. And then also they are weak-willed. Me can say, "Womu, okasi debi now persuading no be changing na kasi."
And channel assistant adwene.
Exactly. And channel assistant adwene. They are weak-willed. You pushing. So to say, onyo bi a for 2 months. Obeka cho say between enti say your first warehouse enti no okan ya wo say finiti ma na aba onye na tunes no say na omutie ni enti no obafo say wo ye ego obafo say wo ego and na wo ye emotional you say ya no say ya or you easily impressed.
That's right.
So
you don't have to do much with that person.
Exactly. That's right. And Sankrofon Odine Koye sales person.
Is you good to attract the customers, but on your good salesperson.
Sales, Why? Because enchebo se na dia areho. Na dia na se so ton obo se we yisu am of father fako.
Or they check.
So that's why I'm saying get to know so that in a team, in offices, in wherever you'll be able to understand people, and especially when you are delegating and apportioning responsibility, you will be able to know what you have to do at any present point.
All right.
In summary about Sanguino, that is how I will put it. Say that's the idea, and we see them often. So to say,
people have started identify themselves. Because you who identify who are now who they talk who page so now who tag you now for said they also come and identify themselves. As we are doing these things, we are learning, and in the midst of it, resource person like this. I prefer say share so that other people will know how to also relate to you as well. Pacho me entwaso osofo ma me esa hene mistake me hu nyame onhyira obi na de atim obi na azeme hu Clinton no of us share the video for me why oba ya asabre won share video no emma me pacho ye entwaso
right adeba ko say was sanguine for no hu say nipa ni hu ana ne hu yira no
oya board in tem.
That's right no oya board in tem intino de bia no na nipa e won ho obako ni fie na nkrofo wo de fie. And only one are very jealous. One are very jealous because I don't know but that is how they are. They are full. Or your bab, a Gianni, or your bear match. You can't leave their company. And that's why I will say people so basically that is how in summary sanguine people they are. Okay. The question be or be man and I mean call the next
sanguine for no some weaknesses so e bi wo ho a etimi no ema I know say they are easily persuaded. Does it mean say when it comes to friends and they are easily betrayed because it looks as if they trust so easily, and I realize that people who trust easily get into certain crises they have not actually anticipated. Out of that, no say baby. So that also our weakness need to me.
Exactly, and one answer because of their nature, they end up in a lot of issues, and they rather betray people a lot. They rather, because of their nature, their mood swings. So because of their how emotional they are, and also the way cheaper, they are not loyal people. I should put it that way. That's right. They are not that loyal, say, but and I can say, oh yeah, can say, but people grow out of it. People are able to reduce their weaknesses into the barest minimum. Obia will be a sangre person. Why? Because it's a by nature no any nankasa ni nyame wonkonkno aboa no ama watimi afini mirror yemi ama nasisa. So your software is very good at keep confident. So the overflow say they can't keep confidence, but an American say nyame wonkonkno aboa nankasa aboa no ye nsuo ni yemba no. We are being shaped by one where our sex, our ethnicity, the environment, all these things feed into it. Inti nyame na dum no koshe baby nyame boa no nyame kokudum ka no osia onyobi obeno or show obi opena semwa or sisa. So to us inti nyama ke nyina eye weakness no ye koso abi so obi a weakness but osisa. Nia etoso bi mu se mami fa we bia na me refi. Temperament no Obia ni mechanism bakope on its own. No one exclusively got one. No, you may have one dominating, and then the other treats with you. Or a sanguine, or a choleric, or a phlegmatic, or melancholy. But bakopa na yede dominating. You exhibit all you come you are say and I mean you know but only no say bakopa dominating no and yentimi enyamre enye how to identify yours by our simple calculation. So ultimately that simple calculation in carbon say we are baby dominating yes, you know, if I don't know if I have answered that question.
Absolutely. I mean, this make it clearer because as we are talking, I think everybody will find his feet where he or she stands. Young call a choleric.
That's right. Now, choleric in the most and the very active person. I'm more on the temperament now. He's the action man. As a matter of fact, some people put them as they are the naturally born leaders. Sometimes we say leaders are born. Some say they are not born. But this group of people, they are naturally born leaders. You don't entice them with positions.
Okay.
So all times I say, whereas me more phlegmatic than phlegmatic baby, choleric baby position.
Okay.
It is only group man who say or you're very active, very aggressive, or you're position conscious, and all the man who are obey deliver.
Good.
Cholerics finds a way to get it done. So to them, they break a lot of rules. They break a lot of rules.
I mean, they are not your average Joe, yeah? They are not your average Joe. They don't actually toe the line most of the time.
That's right. Most of the time, they don't toe the line. So to say, but they will get it done for you.
Okay.
So to say, they will get it done. Say, group work or you will leader, target. He will achieve his aim, or he will achieve it for you.
All right.
Right. So they are result oriented. That's right. And they are achievers. And they don't mind stepping on you to achieve their aim.
Chai.
That's how they are.
They'll do anything to climb, yeah?
They'll do anything, Satma. Now, so that's why I'm saying they are naturally born leaders. It is in crisis time. In Ghana, Galamsey say no Satmasi.
Yeah.
I'll do a lot of negotiations. I'll do a lot of consultations and stakeholder.
Yeah.
Once a new man said, and it will take time to build it and let it. Of course, it will be a lasting. So to say, but choleric will get it done for you in 2 weeks' time.
All right.
I say, most bend all the excavators. Some of us don't agree. So to say, we think they should follow the law. But Ghanaians are also dying. So you see the personalities involved here.
Okay.
I will let it work. Okay. So naturally, that is how they are. They get things done for you. Right. He's not a sympathizer.
Okay.
He's not someone who deal or emotional too much. It's not about a bit minimum. Or you're very revengeful.
Oh, may you before ni bino ho.
Oye na obeyetia oye na de obeyebietia uka. Okay. And it mami bewu papa bewu obi bi bewu beka kire no. Oh sir. You twem no ko. That's how they are. So ultimately, that's right. The emotions ni be ni ho bebre. Whereas a sanguine onu be sun eja ni oye abiti wachi no. Choleric bit you. Oh sir, and yes but the expression of the emotion e be ni ho. It is only by this heart here. Obe blame this on dream the pound. And that is why we are saying get to know.
Omo ya sa ankrofo na areho bakra wontumi express no immediately said you will anticipate no.
Exactly. That's right. And they quickly recognize opportunities.
Okay.
That's what I say. Yeah, no muti ho nyina mumu ade no say no hu differently. No nya bibia fi. And that is how they are. They organize their mind and they tend to be domineering and bossy.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
In a lot of leaders, sometimes I can say they are naturally born leaders. It was there are some leaders you see them very authoritative and bossy, domineering, obnoxious. That's how you see them operating. That's their nature. And he uses a lot of people to accomplish his goal. It doesn't matter. Yeah. People consider them as opportunists.
Okay.
People consider them as opportunists. Right. Before maybe I highlight some of the, against and as I did the other one, the advantages of a choleric person. And it said he has a strong will.
Okay.
He has a strong will. Yes, yes. And I know, no.
There's no gray line. There's no gray line in between. At the end, you're white. You need
or a very determined, or a very decisive, or a very aggressive, very strong person.
Okay.
Strong character. He's practical.
That's right.
I'll talk about melancholy after this, and you will see what I mean by he's practical. Whereas a melancholy process things and he want to align things, we do why he want the thing to actualize. He's practical person. That's right. And, you know, when they are when we are presidents and as a leader, they leave things monumental. When we are see what that should be we say we and the year we. So they are very practical and very optimistic. And as I said, when we are extrovert. So to say, we are more outgoing, but when we say sanguine, we are more outgoing. When we say extrovert. So we say, introvert and extrovert. Sanguine, choleric are extrovert. They are more outgoing. You will see them, they are people person, and that is how they are. Now, some of the weakness, Ebini say, hot tempered. And generally, that's right. Nakuma Hano and Chena the Biatrigano. Na ni buafu. That's right. And Ushan from Echia, he's a bit cruel. I'm just polishing nipa wasem ne kentino. I'm just polishing the word.
Those of you who are flooding my inbox, let me concentrate. I'm busy. People are saying
he's a little, or he's a bit cruel. That's how we put it. He's sufficient. As a matter of fact, if he's operating a upper member.
Okay.
Because obey idea upper men journey. And obey yes. So
that's right.
It is somehow can say obekfo say weakness. And he's impetuous too. So and he makes decisions, he rushes to making decisions. So
and there's some a whole lot of mistakes. They make a whole lot of mess.
You know, he rushed to make, as a matter of fact, some more organization, not say at Sema to Obi, Namu Pese Obi no Kasama for issue be the communicator at that time. You don't choose him. Yeah.
I'm just you was suspension. Now or no, and your union leader who say you were in advance because on to me ko bagani mount. You drew while manager so you were the hour so we need the way. Where you say, yeah,
I tell you, betting me abo. I tell you, ni tutu jaguno be huna. But I'm talking to say beer asema ba na and okay sometimes it won't say all to me sympathize with you but asema ba we adwuma na ye po bi na say on die ni nyo kasama for my na onko enko kransem she sympathize with the colleague now who tune is the delegation say as a leader of a delegation come on do this on our behavior trust me and obo say obekan roll. Now
that's right.
I can't roll with that emotions. Now, sorry, now that's such a person. That's how who a choleric person. In summary, that's how they are. They you wouldn't say they are lovely people. You wouldn't see them as such because how bebre. How or dream who first. And so our dream will be the council. But as I said, these are the traits. So to myself, only need drive, no honor so tin chain. I said, will be born careless. Now look at channel who call. Will be do a chia be born careless nibi. So will be do a chia be born careless nibi.
Ada, obi apa me inbox or see dia wo carry on road to make a chat the cruise ya dia wo be suma oda bibi ba na make say the menu me ma ofa oh god.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh goodness.
That's right. But
I did yesterday once we are learning these things and how to actually even deal with your kids. Some of your kids are very carefree life. Subia danedi na woye your money be so onye active which said the microphone age group will be gig na ono no ye too subtle for you no because papa na wo show na where do you free him where did we get this from? Yes, and adwuma mu kra no. No. You understand the ntie bi mu yes said you ye niema bi asel the kind of some ye nya atwome ade da bi o. You ma sa no motie. Niema na ehia wo na ehia wo te said the ede kan. Nti adwuma mu fa niema to personal obi nso mfa ne saa. Yesua we mu na mo said the mantam a wo te kra wo ne nkrofo betena. Entino she asanya me ebeboa share video no ema me na menim se be ye nhira ama ene yesua de ene ya ama no ye normal way no said ye ye no wo mu a yesua de we platform mu se ye ha de obesua de wo be fanya memu nyansasam ka nimbisam ka saa ne ma no ene ye wo Lunchtime talks dia aka nyina ne no emfa ye ho ntino mesrew wo ba pe na wa share na de ato platform mu a ensore platforms so utime de to so so for my misty fa bi to platforms ni bi ema me nyame nhira na frefren krofo na omo metie bi Edam patcho to aso.
Yeah. Enti choleric person no senior kind no our very strong personality. Enti you born it off or you outgoing. What is say somewhere no but sena sangwe yen down for pa nsem no ono nye bisa. That's right.
So in an interpersonal relationship with others need differ from sanguine.
A differ cra whereas sanguine bebo here nye bi no de di na chi akono. Choleric ye more friendly or a friendly, but onye here asa no. Ono no. That's right. Or penipa, but or say in terms of the groupings now, make one seminar. Or no sanguine more outgoing than the two groups now. Maybe become one MCC.
Okay.
They are more outgoing than the two groups now. Maybe become one MCC. So that is how, as you said, you know, a boy man kola how I will be to me. A boy one now, as I said, no, our environment shapes us. It is okay. So, and those taking laid back attitude now, you will see this, and then you will help them. Catholics, LOBB said in catechism, give us a child for 7 years, and we will mold him. So, in very productive and learning stage of a child, you know, ultimately correct a whole lot of things. In collab. So it is very, very important. We know and we appreciate some of these things.
Jack is in Bachoti. Tim Obinaze say, Obinaze Ejimata say, you do me, I do you people. We are not opportunists or domineering or cruel. We follow simple, the golden rule. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. Let us be yes and not be, our no be no. It's all in Matthew 7 verse 12 and Matthew 5 verse 37.
Exactly. I'm saying Ukraine our catch on.
It is the gospel truth, honestly. And
that's right. As I said, you know, in your weakness, I am strong. And therefore, we played a part and they say, and it is possible. And as I said, no, so be a typical sanguine, but the weakness is not yet can we say a man who quite a maybe. It's melancholy, so which is the third one. Now, no, outgoing. She said the two, but opinipa. So let's see. Say, who read about psychology books or into character now? One must say he is the richest of all the temperaments. And you will see the reason why. He's the richest of all the temperaments. You know? One. And he said, oh, you're very analytical. Very analytical. Or you're gifted perfectionist. And or you're self-sacrificing. Now, unya say nipa we bi na se ochro ehoma project report the continue niwa. Unya nkan wie.
Say beyefo.
Exactly. To be bana you be a obon say ya sinsen asie bebre red pens. Very analytical. You try your mama kike. You can asem keke nchire wo mo. They process things. Womu etu ho achepa. Or your leader, you will see him all over the place. Wanted to help everybody, put others' needs before or no. So put others' needs before or no. Now, oh yeah, perfectionist and so only new TV. Yeah, who make see or kitchen pet. Now, Samamba. I don't know. That's right.
A man ya na atasi achemono na sa ade na wo mo so ntimuntie.
He is very sensitive and emotional in nature.
That's
very sensitive and emotional in nature. And Yabeka said, as I said, no, or you're introvert. And his mood swings. One say, or your friend is a bipolar, but or here Kakrabuma Batubu so was retreat. Or hey, when anybody Kakrabba,
you stand when not they be our cake, no, or no, there, Nanika Crabby and anybody
also. Sometimes they look withdrawn and depressed, Kakra. Ultimately, enjoy one company, Kakra to be boring. So Boring. But they are faithful friends because they are loyal. Because it takes them to process things. Or G2 we are no account.
Okay.
That's my and when say opewasem not say opewasem. You see, there are some friends who say Uni obi bekuntokwa. Na Adam fini nipa no. Adam fini expect say nka once ono okuntokwa no and say nka ono okasa. But they are not such people, no. Exactly.
Well, I get it.
They are that loyal people. So they look things in certain perspective. They think and they analyze and they rationalize things and come to very good conclusion. And that is how they are. They are socialized, but they don't go to people. They want people to come to them. That's not what they are. Exactly. And it takes time for them to make friends. It is a Bema sometimes we see Ashana no POP. Or bebre pass when you been akebia chirubi. So it takes time for them to make friends. Because unless he said they've developed some friendship, unlike the sanguine, you're quick to make friends. No, it takes time. That's right. To they say they are dependable.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what they say. They are they have strong desire to be loved and then also put themselves there. So we sacrifice it. They will sacrifice themselves for you.
Okay.
And then as I said, he's slow in pushing for projects. Also, only choleric. Okay. Whereas SSC Ekusi Bridge, or analyze it nearby, you see bridge in Via, car we bet me so Ekunipo, but me use your friend is saying escalators, Ekunipa. A typical melancholy, I didn't hear no, we have to be very careful. It's illegal. Another purpose. Whereas our choleric said, no, come on. To solve the problem. Okay. So, or a leader or hesitate to implement decisions. Why? Okay. Because they want to get it right. So, or a slow pusher of decisions. And then as I said, because he said, or easily sacrificing, people can take advantage of him too. People also can take advantage of him too. Now, some of the major, can say, okay, positives or the strong areas, and he said, on the strengths, he said, or is sensitive.
Okay.
His feelings are deep and he's very emotional, but makes decisions after that. He makes decisions after that. Or money emotions and influencing the decisions. Very sensitive. He will appreciate you. What could he will appreciate with you, but later be punish you.
It makes you pay the price for your wrongdoing.
That's right. But later, he's very sensitive. Unlike choleric, and I say somewhere or you bet my son again, or no bet me you but still or be punish you. That's he's perfectionist. He's a faithful friend. He's self-sacrificing, which I've already mentioned. Young Kone, ne weaknesses ni binu say, or self-centered. Or self-centered. Yeah. Bibia nyemia kakra. Or a pessimist. Hey, jebe yeni. It is a lot of people are intending in term. If there's some project you are 3 days, first kakoshe minako yibra. So like number one, for instance. Like number one, for instance, no untenya womo. So because Odin who very pessimist. And he's moody and sometimes who a child say they are not lovely people. until say one get close to them. Say, and also a bit revengeful. It's a bit revengeful. It's only say, we are not there. Say, choleric be you be a sanguine be kebi achiro, and as on kebi charo, mobile na wasori no kono charo no we are fine. Sa melancholy be kofi no ko process di until reach asema no okay. Another way no. Oh,
no, are connected.
All process me na make chiro. Now it all no, that's right.
Yes, I'm from Ghana. Otimeka say, last year, Makai, last year, who can't wait? It's we have connected 2001. Your kind, that is a
because of their thought of processing.
Yes, I'm from Ghana.
Because of their thought of processing.
I'm particular about I have friends like that. You come across some people to make us say, last year we hear me BB. And no, me na me ka say one of bi keke. And now this year we san kwa can bibi. Uba we say what the center of ade na ye ka no. And click in what dream po maso. But baby you be feel baby you be ka no san crofon so ni omudi asem a because on fan chair wunti no our very vivid picture into details what happened that day. Any dey see that day no. San crofon ni bitisa. Exactly.
As a matter of fact, it is better to offend a choleric. When him say, obey you will be king. It is better to offend sanguine when him will obey you will be. Not trying to refuse. But when he can appear calm, but not doing who will team. He can appear calm, but he will be acting inside and he's been preparing something for you. Something choleric, they only say, I call it be bad. But where there sometimes you wouldn't know. So be you one and on you, but you won't know you. That's right. Okay. And you know, yeah, can say, oh, we as a manager. So to say, oh, we as a manager, as I say, we will be a now or demand specificity as a subordinate. And I say, who ni male yet now who ni strength. Nyo mutimi say hey me boss ni and into who ya wade away in a pepper so who ya wade so for choleric you know person ni tina year me mani bisansa na waye because we move for banana something say choleric you know oh yeah go obe office na bibia ye adwuma no so something say they so unya ya ye be kan wani but say we obi a we melancholy now share choleric as a boss as I say you make sure say obeba no now why you be it's time say melancholy and crofo they quelled inside okay
based upon the ukansi see obina say it's hard to listen to others telling you or blaming you for your mistake. Therefore we tend to take time to plan, consider the disadvantage and advantages before commencing, and we keep dates. Naturally,
exactly.
So when you say your program, no, I am not panelist, maybe Basho. And you know, I think that, and then so like we do all the time, you know, Akosia Williams, David Bianci, all the way from US, or also here. And I say, "Who history?" Say, "Was serious?" Akosia, you are welcome, guys.
Greetings to you, and I have for you that idea for
Mr. Samuel Mehu.
I had a bubi, and one night, and me dear won't be brave.
That's right.
Yamisha, go on. You go as I write down. We are not beside my questions. Thank you very much, though.
Yo, and he said, Oceania Nipako or Chro post Nisi no kana. So they take time, you say, or your boss, and sometimes you want to push things quickly. No way. And sometimes choleric they get frustrated.
Okay.
Choleric. Now you are working under a melancholy boss. You get frustrated. There's a deadline to meet. There's a deadline to meet. But come on, no man, you can't put that pressure on me. Obey in time. sort must say, but on Yenison and choleric, choleric now you work under him. You're frustrated, you're stressor. And that is why it is very important to know the people you are working with, you are dealing with. Relationship, as you just said it, it cuts across so that you know. So that's how melancholy. They say they are the perfectionist or the perfect temperament, and they are lovely people to work with because they are policy. In the lawn or grass. I
saw red, so long as I read
because that's how they program themselves. Go to lawn, a big lawn, don't pass the crop. Sangri Betchaman said on signboard. So Sangri signboard is don't go to whereas choleric, choleric Rebecca said, oh, Obian Shemi, do a chairman of lawn, melancholy do a obefanche.
Oh, I see. Chai, simple rules then. I was say, you have a partner, you have a spouse, me family about to say about Debbie or one me pentel my late. Not a be a light and a care be a ma. I call was Debbie. Me cancel me late. On me and track anymore was Debbie. And then there can't about Lucy. I think I make 10 year be at me banner and I say. Oh, so sometimes I know you for the typical Ghanaian mother is like but I've realized say now wuso emane near maybe oye and then me maybe more. I'm going to use these tools to actually relate to the people I'm living with and also people I see outside. I hope so one so utie bibi. Mr. Abaswana watch a video no amame. Me more would I mention that for ne addition I don't want to slow Papa no down. But whatever questions you have, you can put it under the feed or so when me WhatsApp or text me and I'll ask a Jackie Ama why it's Mr. Mama Yanesana Edumediano and Cosso. And Eda, the patrol be some me WhatsApp say. Groups here I'm sure said they might like certain kind of trade and I say almost a kind of a juma so that they can know how to actually where they can thrive. And to say our idea of the kind of profession those people needs to take so that it will help the young ones listening to us. You to be about me inbox more. See if Elder can actually connect all these things with the kind of jobs or careers that can be associated with them. I'll be grateful. So this one goes to you. Whilst you are doing it, you can put it across.
Okay, I think Sam said Misha here from Misha say no. Me also say Sanguine very good with customers in terms of customer service work. Until any idea be a yin to attract people, sort of okase ye onimkasa onu how to entice you say no be dada o obeton ade na ma but about sales is signing the weaknesses of humobro woni mu agro kakra woni mu one hwe a obabo waboka. Nti entam fa wo mu nhye sales wan hwe obebo waboka
Ozo for me ma wakwa aba na me bo odi me di hu ntro kakra bi na me start program
cha so for me I mentor
I ebusiana ye shia I mentor baako daughter baako nti ye shia na nti nkomo na ye de so for me twen said that
mentor.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
God bless you. God bless you. And next, you yet not just say, what you say, ye fundie mu bako adios, ye kind of saying. And I am grateful. I am grateful for sitting under these two men of God. I've been blessed. Those of you watch me on Facebook, I think this is not the first time you hearing me saying this. I've mentioned their names several times, and luckily for us today, just so that you know the kind of Muslim frias ebini ejekisi sana yen Papa Charles Teddy Edupon so for Charles Teddy Edupon so ewopia nyame nshira papa ama man stay me hu nyame onshira and then you share about temperament near how to relate to others. We are not basing it on marriage pay no general so that said you be choose adwuma people you work under, people you work around, you know how to deal with them. Enti ejekisi my ento aso.
Okay, yeah. So it is to answer say a question back about a Juma one more time Melancholy for a tie more of scientists, science backgrounds, no. Either a nurse, a pharmacist, doctor, such as and you see, and then choleric for as I said, they are leaders. You see them mostly everywhere. They are leaders. They are result oriented, and whatever you give it to them, they'll make sure say one way to the latter. And sometimes they don't care about the rules and regulations and policies, but they will get it done for you. Now let's go back to the last introvert. The last introvert, which is the phlegmatic type of a person. I know your friends, so you're cool and collected. But you're cool and collected. They are calm, and sometimes people say they don't have any humor in them, but kakrebi ebifu wano aba no be sit down to me now. Yet auntie say, oh, dipe bi wa we on kasa baba ko ebifu na no aba no. That's how they are. They are slow and won't mini choleric. And because choleric so and then also they see cholerics and so say, come on, we are too domineering, we are too obnoxious, we are sort of because they work in their own world.
Also,
they seem unprepared. And shut down funny that type of they keep emotions under control. Very, very under control. You
phlegmatic for no more emotional intelligence. Say, yeah, nine idea, and Sunday idea anymore.
And then me person make a chiro sanguine a bit soon MOB atinka. But no bit me keep no calm and work under the circumstances. Whereas a melancholy will get swings up here and there, affecting but now he's working with you. So they keep emotions under control. Keep emotions very, very under control. That's right. And then also they enjoy people. So they has many friends, but they enjoy people. So not everybody lies them. Melancholy for penwomasem, sanguine for when I make just say cholerics. It sounds for me slow into cholerics a time when crashes. So it was into say, oh, yes, subordinate. Now say choleric, your friend is saying, and your boss are so it must say, or penwomatiatia. Because of their nature, and then also you wouldn't see them getting involved. Although you wouldn't see them, I make just say position a leader of the team or be done any. It's supposed to be 5 years, 10 years for team anymore, or this we say or putting him forward. No, or better than any.
Now, emotional intelligence and very manipulative.
That's what he said earlier on. He said they use people. That's the odd word I can use. They can use people. That's right. They are emotionally intelligent and very manipulative. Bullies kakra. And I say, I'm can be brace.
Why? Don't polish it up so we can identify them. Sometimes, yes. And then even if we are like that, we could work on it with God's word and a conscious effort. Right. We can work on these things because we need the negative. Aspect of it but please don't worry, okay? Just say it as it is, please.
That's right. As it is. That's right. Okay. Phlegmatics are natural peacemakers. They are peacemakers. Wherever they are, they that's right. That's right. They are natural peacemakers. And they are good diplomats, good accountants, a good teacher, and a good scientist too as well. So it answered the person your friend is saying Obisa question earlier on. Say that's right.
Osa scientist Timobinazi also melancholy yaka ni nyina yesu mutimi ye engineers ni nyina ya boboso enti no ene ejiwade
ni The downside, a business or slow and lazy. That's right. I think say mehu Mosofo Dupont Diaba say most world leaders are dictators and cholerics. Notorious criminals and armed robbers possess choleric traits. Exactly. And it is true.
To the politicians. Huh?
Exactly, because let's go back.
I know one who is very
you know.
reserved, but
that's
right.
That's right. I said earlier on, say
that's true.
They are naturally born leaders.
Right.
You sometimes you need them to implement this. As I said, and Galamsey now. Okay. If you put phlegmatic leader there, it will take time as necessary. But a choleric leader will stop it now for you. It does by all means. By all means. So, and I'm just blend positive, their weakness and their strength, and you see a better person. Okay. That's right.
All right.
And you see that better. So one, phlegmatic are slow and lazy in appearance. Mostly in polishing my words, but in appearance. They are slow and lazy in appearance. And then they often tease people, as I said, they are very unassuming, but woman sema onyano or srewa pa. Exactly.
Like exactly. They can teach.
That's right. That's right. And one is stubborn. He opposed to change. It's understanding or anything. So what me about idea? No, you slow no or appear lazy no. You encounter someone in China Mansan and Santi no person so boho and Sana Ibia was Edia. And then also one way indecisive. Sometimes only indecisive because making a decision at me mania confused, mania frustrated, mania stressed out. That's right. Emma say onfa binkuma na onfa nipa. That's right. Having said all this, no minka we answer because of your question. Onipe bi anywa owo bako pe distinctive. But bako owo a dominative. So you can be a sanguine, phlegmatic. So it was into who say obi more outgoing, but was now a lazy kakra. Choleric sanguine. Choleric sanguine. Then you see a sheet that you have but an Americano or pa gronso. Ubo will be a totun in your may pa Nensuna or head or some pa grow. So we are a combination of all these traits. However, one dominates, then the rest follows. It will be a combination of all this. But at the end of the day, no, and I can see Yamre. Emma yentimi nkumu obi entimi identify no by going through those mathematics. Nka obi abehu ba bia ultimate dominate pa. Ba ne
top ukike nyina ya fa ya dio.
Ultimate hu say me wa hakakra. The purpose is to get the best from people. That's how I put it. That's the purpose of knowing your temperament and temperament of others is to what? Get the best out of it. Mechanic pain P, which I've stopped doing it. Being worried of other people's behavior or attitude. So who say who struggle with people? Penny say who now identify who you are. Sort yourself first. You can't change people.
I see.
I have certain principle. You control what you can control and manage the rest. And sometimes we leave what we can control and we want to control what we're supposed to manage. So if you understand principle of these temperaments now, deal with a typical melancholy. Sanguine kakraomimu. Now me walk choleric, I'll have a problem. But I must be able to identify quickly. I must be able to identify, now Emma, because me penny muka, me too, me best come in. Me best and choleric is about chira. So if I'm working with a choleric as my boss, I have to make sure me yade obepa office na my yego. Nemo me try say o me kan chairman after ababa be ye me ya na me di me hu ya. So do you know how you manage them? do what they want sometimes. Do as it is.
Hey,
and by doing so, in dealing with people and relationships, it is you success as
easy because a juma mu de sanka 8 hours or 12 hours we wi awoko. Na sa uni ni panete. Na de bia you have to do what that person wants or now what she wants. And do baby, won't you be tired? Because you are going to live with the person forever.
But before Elder answers, you know, our any relationship a juma. You jaya do. A juma, so you don't expect it is a lifetime thing. So you have to make a conscious effort. Say, it's just that I don't know. I would say simple, but still, we are all not working harder enough. Because unim so be say fanadi and to her. What is so hard about it? If you make your mind say, what's the one penadi say? Yemfani toothbrush into left here, auntie. Make the effort of not putting the toothbrush at the left place so that there will be peace. And here your problem no. Me, I can't handle those people who don't care that Adam Pacho de Kasawai because I can't me say me pema de say usi why na me person me deto. Why? Why?
I think Marcus said it, and I would love people to join in when it comes to relationships and the person you are living with. Most importantly, I would say problems say what our the indifferences around us. So to myself, excuse me to use this way. I didn't know you use the toilet and one put to your friend and say wind it down.
I said we have said time follow me to some Canada. I didn't know, but for the first 10 years. But I need to snap out of this nonsense because I didn't know said that thing can irritate me. So I realized said on share that. And you know, it's either I will grow out of this nonsense or I'll continue to say it, which is not yielding any results. And I have to snap out of it. I didn't know said this tiny little things can bug me. And they be an account me platform so man Crawford this what I didn't know no said that me confess or sa platform me so minimum mad do me corner say hey and I'm say you need to grow out of this nonsense ade anya ade obejai or the toilet seat wa peja now they to so keke no so ya wani ha how many minutes does it take? And these are some of the things. And pa woman ni pano said the be ya ma bra bo ne be fe because ye nyina ye ntime nye right enye dan ya ba ko ye left enti nim ye no ne ka bom e na ye adwuma. I believe say that is what it entails. Knowing say ni pano e you say na means me you say but me do ni pano irrespective of said ye otie. I think said that is what we are trying to learn here.
Amos 3:3. Amos chapter 3 and verse 3. Also, how can two people
work together
without agreeing? From the New King James, without agreeing. That's right. So, agreement comes with compromises. Agreement comes with negotiations. Agreement comes with communication. Agreement comes with leadership. Agreement comes with show. So, to agree on certain things, it involves a lot, such as
toilet seat, you know. So what you be saying, it nearly broke his home. Honestly, I needed to snap out of this nonsense.
I know. It's in American and these things was a ultimate technique try, but it's a temperament too. And for be who?
Yeah.
So you either work with yourself first before you can support someone. And the first is identify who you are. This is send a meeting, and then you work from yourself to get to the person. And it's very, very important. Most problem don't say who we are. To get
not just say and I would show one the yakika and you will cry yen share them who we are and see be as partners.
Yes. Not
because choose cry, you know the kind of people you choose, isn't it?
Exactly. So more and I'm getting pain say on subconscious mind, no. Sometimes we the subconscious mind So because media me penipa me paper. Because who train nipa who child was nipa no one from. So I was angry. But let's say who say oh yeah melancholy no. Me pay the because sanguine nipa who from no. So sanguine choleric didn't pay nipa me brace. But obi about melancholy tuba for say you just get confused. Now obi who say also the point the BBA to say choleric husbands works hard to provide everything for the family needs. So the family doesn't live in wants. However, he's less communicative. So you will not get him to chat with. He will buy the 60 inches TV for you, but he will not sit down and watch your Ghanaian movies with you. Exactly.
How sad.
Boy.
That's right. And in pain, no crowd, no say choleric, no crowd, go to TV, no crowd, and that the good no crowd on who will discuss it. Because yeah, open. But say makoko jabro. Say no need. No,
so they will provide. We are providers, yeah. Exactly. You work so hard. So right. Some of you begin to identify the things and work around those people. That is what they are. It takes time. So for you can win in our so.
So people are different. Now we grow and get change or being transformed through situations, environmental, a level of education and exposure, and reform to breed and bring a character. So a character and then a personality. There are two different things.
Okay.
So the character and then personality. Personality can be faked.
Okay.
Personality can you can fake personality.
All right.
But you can't fake character. Okay, yes. And Ubo says sometimes Ubetimia Dobia Pobia Samusa no Siano. You can be your idol, especially taking some pastors. Say me penasem ubia. Then Ubo say, oh fano. Then what for the personality, but no and character.
Okay.
So you can pretend for a while by your character be exposed. We get change in the environment, just all that. But it is very, very important, say, wherever you find yourself, in institution, in marriage, friendship, job, wherever, know who you are first. Get to know the people around you. Get to know your subordinates, get to know your superiors, get to know the people on the horizontal level as your friends or the relationship, so that you get the best. Get the best out of people. Get the best out of people. And by so doing, who will be weakness. So something only weakness, but why doing it say you want to know and get the best, you will try to live in harmony with other people. Bible says, if only it will depend on you, live at peace with all men. If only it will be. So as I said, I will be driving it from a Christian point of view, Nyame so ena eyi yemfi emero yemu. Na eboaye na yetimiye nea esese yetimiye. So in a nutshell, there's nothing like personality way in yet. Can you imagine having a choleric person all over? Can you imagine how the world will look like? Not myself. Without a sanguine around. Can you imagine having a phlegmatic people all around?
Yeah.
If you are more can you imagine? Say phlegmatic. So to myself, tell the true besa. Not you understand?
I said, far bed. Why you panelists now buying to know more questions, baby. When we some question, not me knew who has him be a catcher. Is it Mama Wakwaba? I'm a Aquaba. About your Edo, what's some no Fabreno?
Assembly de na baby a elder ebobo no ehoya medical pa manage ho elder besrobo hobium, especially about the compensations that SSA nipa ye and the open honesty uhuru de we ya uhunu woda wo ho so no ehunu kwan abefa so e de aye niema so woni nipa we ye me say me niema ketekete bi e hye mani ase nansen ti bi hu se sa niema ne hye mani ase ne nipa edili a aya na mani da me ho so. So, so for Kado can be about choleric. If you are a choleric and you don't know you are choleric and they haven't identified Sadiani for you and you don't have the compensation, so you are a dangerous character in town. You do a lot of damage. Because work on when you knew so a bow with him says, so yeah, you stop. Ade nipa ne ye nyansa nim what it be akere no wake kama de na akere no but nipa no a wotete no ono so wonya nya adaje kran hwe se tete no a wotete no obi obe survive ana ntu be tete nipa ne be yanka it is so for mesrewa sa management hono aya na udibia ama the different ones wa won so nim se we ya melancholy ni a won so wubu nkrofo abamu no a se ye jaawo a obeya ma nipa nyina jaayo no ama eho nyina ye doom and gloom no eno nso so sesa won so ye ma compensations no hunu kwan abefa so na won so so hunu kwan a ebre sesa ko wanu tum eto that you let the demon stay in your own head and let other people be no till so for mesrewa sa strategies no chire mu wi a na di bia ta chira ma because knowing who we are without those compensations is still MY
yo
Eda wasumwa
yo Mati inti me bajo bibi o a opese metachi ana say
oh for now I have say wo bo ha ma me aka mani beje papa
yo antiama me that say so in going forward about temperament traits no and American say e wa usu e wo se ne ye wo ye ne wo kasai wo fie and in account be as a matter of fact your natural behavior but senior yetiti senior environment outinemu in abofo e wo senior wo kasa school ninya influence you emma yehu se wa wusunie na o character efimu aba so me hu se I mean can we twimu na emu no it gives birth to your character that's who you are so usubai kasapa no Ifimuba, then your personality follows. So ultimately, so it is very, very important that we co-bear, we tolerate each other. You see, also easy to say it. It's an kind of doko say no, and I can tears here cry. Also, a problem here maybe but it's because it's say and Casanano, you better see first. So ultimately, Otia Sena who umre ya Sanso and Abe who say Obiaso umre ye. And therefore, that's right. When you are working with people, now who know say oh yeah, itire now who say ni oshawasi ye jumano or ye sangwe on your focus or the juma mana agruka crowd when nisu ni ade no. What do you have to do as the leader of the team? So ultimately, ope melancholy di kane hu ope no. You see, that's why I say it helps you for planning. Ope melancholy di kane hu even though the guy is good working, but melancholy making sure say we follow protocols, we follow policies, we tiki bosses, our own JJB. You see how it goes in the fight. So as a leader, you get the best out of the team. Nemo unhwe wo mo mre oye no emfa engu wo menimase emfa ntia wo mo emfa nhwe wo mo so emani mbeye but so ultimately I keep saying he said God placed people on each and individuals our way for a reason. I say it to pastors a lot. Say Pentecost ma asofo ebako 5 years 4 years 3 years ebako no obefo say nyame di na ba eko. But all kono nyamisu na moso aje achede amano wa mudu no oko. He came with something or through or no nyame ede bedum mo no okwa muni padodo no you've also imparted his life or her life. And that's how it is. Baby be a ebekwa kono na se ukohu se eyewo me na mini we say you lose the plot. You miss the mark. But the most importantly, say you will be tolerant. You will be able to tolerate people, forbear people weaknesses, and then seek to the positive out of people. You get the best out of everybody. It is very, very essential in marriage. It's very, very essential in relationship with other colleagues. Wherever you find yourself, say, get to know yourself, get to appreciate people's weaknesses, and then you foster a way to bring the best out of each and everyone.
Agosia. O mic no off. Me gidi sound so wo bibi bisa elder emremu.
Hey, what did you say? I was listening. I said, I'm yawning, but I said the brains went up. But maybe I've been picky, you know, with those that don't forgive, they keep things in them for a long time. Letting go. Oh my God. Oh, maybe I try to
Yeah.
Oh, because a call came through. Okay. Am I yasetrana ayadema ebinum kakra, and is there a way people like us, how do we work on it? Can we work on these traits that we have? And also, I think you mentioned something about the upbringing also. So even though people have temperaments, upbringings could also make you change something else or become something you're not. Because I fall in there. People see me on social media all bubbly outside, but I don't. At all. If you know me very well, and few people have identified those things. But that is who I am. I can laugh with you, or maybe you see me on social media. Maybe you might meet me in person. You go like, Nakusha Williams, you're on social media. Wow, in person. We can stay here for years. I might not call you. I might not come to you. But I love people to come to me. Yes, if you ask me to do something, I'm right there. Because so I'm pushing. And temper, yes, I don't know that one if it's mine, but I've picked a lot of traits that you just mentioned. And when you said we don't know ourselves, I think it's from our communities. As mothers, all I want to add is mothers, parents, we need to take time and read on these things so we can tell or educate our children how to identify who they are, and also work together with the people we meet around so you don't become a problem for others. And the American they say, I'm going to run quick. So make effort. Send your American earlier. Do not provoke people. Don't, you see, it's not right when you push people, you bring the worst out of them and all that. It's our character now. It's not good. So we all should learn how people like their things done, who they are as an individual, and just do your best to work according to, how that person's temperament is. And I think we'll have a peaceful life. Elder or pastor, but I'm still listening and I'm learning. I have not honestly read into these temperaments, but thanks to you today, I've identified a lot of things about me, and the good and the bad. That's why I was asking you to give me the raw ones so I can work on them, because it becomes unbearable for certain people around me because almost one to me handle. But it is what it is. That's who I am, and there's nothing I can do about it.
If I can share a little light, or maybe my advice is, as I said, you get to know yourself, and you appreciate who you are first. Okay, but Oshana, let's say a typical melancholy, or that's why, or putting yourself there for people, can sacrifice, but a little there's nothing wrong with you. We have mentioned as negative, but there's nothing wrong with you. That's what I'm saying. We term them your weaknesses. Okay, we term them as your weaknesses. But however, supposing me a downfall. Let me put this way. I'm not letting you feel good, but so that it will help you to also leave. But supposing me a downfall, say now what here. We have just learned, say, we need to get to know ourselves and appreciate people. Okay, so what should I do? Then, of course, quickly, say na auntie says, Auntie William, as I said, or appreciate many people in that way. Something that, get to know and appreciate people. Say, hey, because sometimes, it is a temper for me. It's ultimately hey, too much. But you get to also appreciate them. Senia who say boko yara so and when you have that understanding of one, the idea is to get the best out of people. The best out of the people, you become tolerable. You get tolerable, so you'll be able to accommodate people. And as I say, a nature and one day and obey media film, but conscious effort.
That's it.
Trusting God, relying on the Holy Spirit, you will be able to gradually come out of neoma, because sometimes typical of me, I don't do much course. Oh, if you're not don't town friendly be offended, it was in a way jail friend, you be food be sort of say. Into one who say, hey Charlie, that day we you put in an effort to also try. And adibia by your nature and and that is why intentional you put something there to help you to push it so that you can able to achieve it. It is and yes, straightforward. I haven't grown maybe up to your age and say who change your ideas and that is why I says I'm going to also talk about the Christian point of view. So Galatians 5:22 about the fruit of the Holy Spirit. So to myself, a boy a coexist with all people is love.
Yeah,
if you have love, you are accommodating. If you are love, you have long suffering. If you have love, so to myself, into you be a bufu cry check, or you'll be a penny person, or you'll be a choleric crana. Yamin kuku bem no found ni personal, no or nobody bet no more, or donum a mauti in for him. Or donum, wow, mautimi, ye patient to listen, or donum wow, mautimi dim raso, or donum wow, and mautimi a loving husband. And so the best way to go about this, yeah, my who quite. Yamin whom ever do my kind of na what boy ye mirror yemu na waiting a few. But the most important thing is and I can say to say don't go and fix people, fix yourself. Don't go fix yourself. Fix yourself. Fix yourself.
I don't know. I think I heard something. I don't know if it was in reference to what I said, but maybe penny just I mean family who she nipa. It's I love people, but in family who she nipa. I give it all. You see, he said a lot. I'm a very loyal person, very sensitive. I pick like me careful the people I bring in my circle.
Because you process a lot.
I process a lot.
That's right.
Have to drink who calculate. You know the one you were saying about 10 years, the right date, time, everything. You said this before. You remember you did this. I'm the type you can't just use words. Kasakeke. I don't say it. Me here. What I say? I don't just because me make you to wama. So it's I love people. And that I don't know if it's because of things that I've been through. Well, again, like Pastor was trying to explain. Those rejection, abandonment, things we deal with psychologically. Emma, we can withdraw. We can do okay by ourselves. I'm all bubbly outside, but my kids will tell you I'm even isolated from my children sometimes. Most of it. I want to be by myself. I've been thrown out there by myself that fitting collaboration. So I'm just doing me, and that's about it. So I love people. Just I don't do well with that.
That is a very important thing. A very important. May say these things are important. Anything that I jumped on. Say if you know certain things about you. Now one kasakura wuhunu se wo kokwan bi so you learn to self-regulate. And that's why self-regulation. Because self-regulation is not painful. One kasa na woye. And you'll be one kasa na wo correct. Because you understand baby sentiment in free and you know why it needs to be regulated, and so you act on it. But you can't self-regulate when you are not aware.
Right.
One kasa wuhunu sad about and one of the things you will learn, me say me basa intimidation department we didn't come first na and my catch it be too free. Me catch say to be too free na that we be who say 12 free. Na share that nyan because my catch say it me it be too Obana wo kan my catch ayo we na na me catch say to no say net here. Nti woni me na take kakra na pe who signs and symptoms of ade na tiafa so. Me chiri ba no wa catch me atiafa so na chire say well, no, the temperament is completely different from me. I am a slave driver. I am the taskmaster. I make it happen. And one also where children or ya no catch sister ko speed do see abetre. I'm saying and all these things are very important anyway. But as I say, obia huno me yonko baby awo and one kasa so baby awo. Who hunu sa ade ne chire woni man kiti sister choleric you. Who kunu ye melancholic I will be complain you. It was started to complaining about new guasu. With your bonyum. See, at this time, you can't papa start here now to help you. Now, bonyum, or no, cause I want to be a boom free. It's those little strategies that also for better. Eddie, so Nanko be ya finding in situations. We can manage those situations without going to war. Papa.
I think it was started. and I was just listening to you. You were just answering all the problems now. Highlight here, exactly. Okay, and you just have to adapt. Okay, and it comes by one kasano knowing who you are. And our king, say me who me as a mission na menenity no near otie. So it takes time to know, but after a while, we say or to say or you say you know. Nyoma ekike nya beti ma category say oh me kunu me boss we am inity or a sangwe now so a sangwe na say me choleric it means he say ye nyina no ye match are going but ye differ at certain point agro on enisu kakra but me so be action right. So how do I live with such a person? Okay, how do I live with such a person? Now the most important thing is say who first. Yes, no matter what but I say no. Once you a trigger na enchema obubefuno, we see no point tentem.
Trust. Yeah.
So we see no point because mostly you get angry of things and crop 4 years because it's enka wo na worin ye. And no ye na so yeah. And I should
that we are comparing the asset we are about watch so because I wanted to wait and bring this thing. Just imagine, say, if a sanguine is married to somebody who is a phlegmatic, yeah, can you understand the kind of complaints that will be coming around? Because maybe Anna or is married to
a typical melancholy. It is a
melancholy, yes,
and a phlegmatic because as soon as Odu fie hono wako ejuma anaso wako krum akwa shopping Odu fie ho nyina oninyoma achiachia.
My kids will be like, mommy, I'm saying I didn't know
right. Oninyoma ndey oninyoma Odu fie wa na so ne huni ni bebia no asitimi addicted nyoma ndey so to say the person no minute no
obi be fie hours otibika said obi be fie ha na make bisa mitirim say
exactly
na wuti abonti obi obe fie ha no so enti In fact, actually, this
melancholy, a typical melancholy. Nyame anya na dom na osen kura choleric across and come. Two strong personalities automatically. A melancholy na no ma ye pe. Oh, na osan ye obi so a you ja cholerics and come. Now he's dealing with a sanguine and osan phlegmatic. Hey, you see those two contrasts your friend saying temperament. How do you do that? Know yourself quickly. Say, nipa na medite no onfa ne ma nya asem. O didi wi ana say mo ye wi a ojago ade chance na oye. So she can be bothered. Now also won't so how do you live with such a person? We get frustrated. I've said it. I'm repeating. We get frustrated as a result of things we think people should do. Okay. So me who sa no say me ye me nyoma say na za no who say won so eye mmeroye who because there are some people they find it difficult living with people who are so orderly. Do you know that people find it? There are some people they find it difficult living with people who are so orderly.
Yeah. That's where my problem came from.
That's right.
Everything might be done
They find it very difficult. So you know, they say when you're perfect man is when you're perfect man is so how do you go about it? How do you go about it? All right. Remember, say is to get the best out of people.
Out of person.
Is to get the best out of person. So you first know yourself so that you work through the weaknesses, no? Now they are about the strength, no? So it's difficult. You can say that man paying for my warrior say easy. It's difficult. Some of the
it's not a good combination.
To know yourself so that you don't get water.
We can't make everybody happy.
Exactly.
And it's hilarious the way she says it. But also for when coping mechanisms, and I may hate one because
that's
I
right,
feel your coping mechanisms and they make it the difference between whether you are able more the difference is a woman papa na meme wo hoyi your family shifi papa sufie ni ne penye fie no kra ne mpam ne favorite place. So that's ampanum no what na mo wait me the 6 months from mo pay the home is his castle, the house is my prison. Two things. Ono the castle no is my prison. And as I say, we find ourselves in this home. There was this concept in my head initially of worry will be you have to go everywhere and you have to be a family together and you have to do everything together and enjoy everything together. It may try some minutes and if I found myself getting depressed because a prison mommy. Then I wanted to drag him out, so we go on also too much of a hassle. We went to see somebody and the person just said to me very simply, he is who he is, you are who you are, it will never change. To go and find what feeds you and let him find what feeds him. Find peace because your spirit has got what it requires. Sorry, most of the time, both of me can me and I'm ye pitching. Masses woman bukan hey. Yeah, beba no so football ni become a pa or tenefi ha na sefi or twani ma. The funny thing is on paid onye dedene opedede no. Ye ni ha no nko atifi ha no na fifi ni ma ye empty. Na for start fresh na mo we hen. Mo beba time.
Where are you?
Mo ye den. But say so me mistakes I make na ha na ma provide mo ye den mo ha no a afi me so me ho chire me. But on say that understanding with feeding your need and allowing him to feed his need, was one of the transformational moments for me. So I don't even try to threat to take him to places I can foretell. Say ninye ho ompe onko. Ehu here say me ha no. Na me create this aggravation. And I mean so me person me kono. Se manko na me tena ha. Afi fi ha na me wono kwa me cheche because I'm bored. I'm tired. Breathing. It is a example. Do your own thing, Auntie. It's these little coping techniques. No, can obi betimi afabi. Now would you to abrabo practically because these temperaments they control a lot of things. They explain and tokwanwa yakwa and tokwani bi yakuni 16 years. Nobody has won because nobody can win. So be my who say nobody can win. No who say ahoden here the question be before from na mfa so was ubeja ekon. And then you are at peace. They say what we did, and they say most of the time, one bathroom between you and me. Baby, this is my room. The toilet here is my bathroom. Media. Obi ankoso. We are my toilet seat, not so. Nam come baby. Said you me pen on. To be sorry, night.
I mean, do won't say, and no near idea bakwa, you move be brilliant, idea. One of the idea you have said, I want first time you wait to get, and only idea young as before Ghana for your lucky. Yeah, in Sri Kenya, Mister, with these teachings, we are all coming to that term. Have I done it before? Yes. Do people do it to me? Yes. But why? Because me you're different. We are different. Now, say me my dear son, now you are dear son, and not just say nya worry for, and not just say nya worry for. Me ti hey no me pe media entertainment. I'm a traveler. Me mami sana not here. Me mami 2 almost every weekend. Me who say sana me tie. I'm always going to help somebody doing something. Ebi I will be the pakwane so mpesta. It doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make that person say, "Oh, to me no want to worry as you." And say something ni panasi say ni sunye. Eti me kwa habu yo cobra. In as much as you want the person's company, there's a way to do it. There's a matured way to do certain things to bring peace in our matrimonial homes, in our relationships, and all that. We're all learning. We're learning, and these things last week my pastor was talking about something, and then he said kosi and kosi kodem kwada phone. There was a Hebrew word there kosi or kind of be other form was already them or so no it's like one to me if you want to say let the person do. Our a partnership and so yes your homes break because of little differences that people have, and you can change them. Let them be.
Point. No need.
As long as it doesn't bring any problem or upon the family, a great loss or something. No, why not?
Okay.
Because when people are not themselves in marriages, they get frustrated and they want out. They want out.
I want to shake the table a little bit. I will switch to our kids. I think a lot of us, we grow in the 70s and the 80s, I think this paradigm our parents didn't know because they wanted us to be something we were not. And as we are learning this temperament, now sometimes environment and so other things that is not the real us. Because your system are free mono and so I will only be ya chetem kwala ya pese ya di biribi hye wo mu anye saa ni pesuo no na wo mo ye oba any pesuo to say or ye tebo like most parents will say me ba ne ye tebo onke ka ne ho and there was so ye say e was say asomasiba e was say de ye no saa ne ye no e was saa na was so tie in the name of say society ni person you please you see person ni pen say your money your papa sin you be o men shut down to men take your mu biase honestly and now you tua sa ne ma me amama hu say ne ma bebre wo hwa ye ya hu hia wohwemu a eye ne ma bi a ye nya wo ye yesu ne ye mban mu it rotate us because somebody is not doing it the way we want it wohwemu a sa na de ne tie and na yesu asa de na hu say me be ya say red shot na ka bi amaya wo ye ne dan wo ntwam what do you have no ontwam na asem nyina ne say aso red there was so gina. Now to me as a parent and net the machine tells me a lot. Mama ya fa temperament ni enu awade nko because your outside relationship also matters. Said you related to nkrofo outside yen nuanom yen cousins mo yen nkrofo ye fipam won we ni omo kwa sorry de ntia obi wo hokra wuntimi ni nro is the fact say onye na de te se wo said ye wo anticipate wo de so sofo a box bi mu say wo so sofo maame e behave certain manner bi ma e wo say dickness yes certain way bi ma e wo say elder behave certain way bi ma enti no onye ne sa na wo bu afu no when you na say what is the ban ase a e ma won stress me. That is why I'm able to roll with everybody, because I divine way about 4 years ago na papa we chere me na me de to me koto dwemu esesa niema bebre wo me perspective how I look at things 4 years ago na emeko say program bi e na obe chere ye eno mpo wanya time mpo ankomu details about kai no I went further or chere me books bi am reading and I begin to understand the entia ebia what said your tie no and na the entia and now my way of thinking, looking at other people changed. Even the way I look at my husband, the way I look at my kids, the way I look at other people's kids, exercise. Because obian to me, yes, I mean. Oh, and that's what obian divine, na de yono, yes, I am said your mementias yet, you know. And this actually cut everything. Once you understand this temperament, you know, and my ultimate ama relate, ultimate akosia relate, ultimate obi foforo relate, ultimate ajakisi relate. Womre, you don't stress. Leave people, let people be. Try working alongside with them. Baby, I will to me now why you do or why you can't help it, especially baby, all because of leadership. No, you do so. One say na wusuo in temperament ya ye can said your what ye na say and you look at him say or you be or yenim ka otiati nipa or chere no ho or hagene or you say ni nyina na say wan kasa unim nipa su a we ebiom ya wade nkrofo bi a na ye nim yen ho e na ye ware won and sometimes amwayen no kura ya ba akopɛ and ya na bi wo ho a enemre minimu yi temperament in the actually me say minimum my way of choosing might be different, but guess what? I need to work around those people with love because my Betty as yes say as soon as me see as no benting I was say ne mre yo no means me who ne say me wo mre yo bi ani pa no is dealing with and I must work around them and then I believe say in what da ho kan who here eduro bia biom ka eduro ye awie ye de ama we hu. So once we nipa nkotena after this section, now wa minim what kind of nipa so are we be. In Jabekisi, you will run up and then we end it here. But I hope say you have another time for us because I'm thinking of conflict resolution and you are the right person to do it. What do you think, girls?
We do need it. You
want to do conflict resolution? But we need people like you where you put it at the right place. We're thinking.
Yo, midasi we ni kwanya media mami. Say
Obi so pepper two until mesrao. Osofo edupo was so I hope say anka mu me no beba so because I want people to see my purpose. See how good they are and how blessed I am. That's why I do what I do. I learn it from them a lot. I was for me into us.
You say me we na mabone tofa senia enuanu mu nyina anti akosi ni anti ama akano
there be anti ama nyina we sister
but we
sister anti ya wada
parent ogusu ye 16
sister ama okay that's right
sister ama
sister ama all right Ejina say yebehu yehu we should know who we are. It's very critical. Sometimes you don't know who you are until say bibi ababa tricky bibi and sana bibi bibi and me nyina ma yusua emre dani nyina ma yehu o dominate e wo temperament ni mu baako ho de ne dedi pa but o ni nyina bi nkakra in proportionate e wo mu nti do me fan hye wadwe mu nko anse bi a me de me mre oye no so sen me niama ma ho odin no o bibia bi so draw strength from near ma wa ho odin no. That is how we are as people. just draw strength. We spend time on the negatives. Let's spend time on the new manner, because I know they propel. Now, once your mind is stable, your physical chemical reactions are calm, no, then the world will dream and ubetimia could do and say your memo energy. So spend time with things that will make you happy. Because I know how we are. I'm all settle ultimate dream. Don't concentrate on things na a true ahoɔden. No maybe a true ahoɔden no memma attention engo. Na no boa ma wo hu and no boa so ema, because so hu na ultimate appreciate wo hu na hu eno na bitimi ama wo appreciate obi. Mpempi no one a wo ye he kia wo mbu nipa kanipa nim tiatia nipa, they don't appreciate themselves. They feel bad inwardly. They are small inside. As a matter of fact,
they are little boys and girls.
They are threatening inside. And they come out backing to raise that defensive way, so that you don't see them. They are little people inside. So to myself, and to say, no, Cassiano, who say,
thank you.
Who say, and by so doing, they also identify themselves and get said, look, there's more I can do than being bossy, being arrogant, being rude, and people. So let's get to work on ourselves first, and we will be able to work on people. I leave us with this quotation in Romans chapter 12 and verse 18, right, from the New King James, and they say, if it is possible, as much as it depends on you, live peaceably with all men. If possible, as much as it depends on you. So remember, it ends up with who? You. Say, I pray, sir, we will understand this. And wherever we will find ourselves, we will be conduits of peace. That among Crawford.
Show some love. I can see the love signs. Show some love, and then it has been very educative. It has been very educative. Show some love. I mean, this program has been one of a kind, and I am grateful. Papa, you see, Yami Onshra will papa. Nampacho, and Sadia Baya and Crawford who say will be benti. Osha, you know that bang because we're very busy. Once I was
I like that.
I'll just throw you under the bus. Actually lure him to this place. Yeah, to actually lure him to this place, it's not easy. So I know so when you fed the ananka, but you know how many baby you're not now. On your something or just something.
Papa so for to punches ni bi pa. Oh, na me catch him say Papa so for punches ni bi na me person me drop. The other thing also me person me dey start work akere. Obi ani hwa on your own, we are adequate. Obi anya adequate. Now, in order for you to have a full complement, funnily enough, we hear depending na. The oya choleric no or action man. Oni hwa but one also kwa wuja no a train wreck or the pepper him because he's in the door. Or corner or he has to be cutting you. Hey, see about nipa netia mono na ama ba kono a ono so twemu nyina amokono na ono so hwe ne maybe a wotietia ne maybe so or to ne bo ase kakra. But hweyi maame no so wuja wono a or dia hweyi saa wo mobra won ko baabia won nye hwe bo sifa ye wono se de ayam hihie na binam no otimi hunahuna wono atimi hunahuna wono ankasa ni sunsumpo it was osra brabo no ankasa osro bibia wontimi nko baabia. But again some crofoni nim a wo mo hwe niema from a strategic point, tactical point of view no but we independent nyina wie na sa brabo no is serious obi ani abre dendenden ye kwa depression ye nyina ye ko because somebody has to bring the fun factor. You see, in a team you need everybody. That will be who say you need the various people and you have to actually overtly go out and seek them. Wouldn't be or your choleric as I said in your team of friends no when you're sanguine be
yeah
we hear also melancholy woman also you need to actually understand say obia hu here and actually engage the various temperaments in order that your team are over building around you no complete mano it be a sanguine your team is building when you're choleric your team is building. Temperament, try and highlight Obia's strength and make sure that again in your family unit, you have all of them and everybody is fed, everybody is protected, everybody is cared for. When I'm making them.
Nyamisha sister Ama. I was here. Say.
Yeah, Christopher dear. Na yet to say Christ dear. It's as the Ayesian said John was quiet, very cool. Or role I'll play. Peter, Miss was share master. Or also not a matter of why Christ now we use no. Womumi and Upen Amasha that about them. It's not my bomb me. But then there were 12 people. No, he still had another circle. It is okay. We all must learn that. As a mother, I thank God. Sometimes I say I'm not good with kids, but my 3 children are teaching me a lot. The oldest is very quiet, laid back. Then she rather tells me many nyede. Now I'm saying, hey, me whom say men was share. And your mama met me, I whom me dins I'm saying, wow. The middle boy, different. The little one is the challenger. On train, but she's all bubbly and all that. So I think my character in her. These 3 children, they're part of me, and for life, they're going to be part of me. So I need to know the human body, so we as human beings can learn from it. Or when it wants online, what the human body know, it has a lot to do. It forms that body, and it be in the juma way. So, like software let's identify ourselves and also identify the strength in others, the good side. Now, holding on to that rather than the negative side, Again, I'll repeat this. We are the type who poking crowfoot, bring the worst out of them, learn to change. It's not good. It is not. That's why I give people a lot of chances and benefits. They'll be like, oh, and yes, sir, I'm not stupid. We'll be different. People have good things in them. Why do you want to bring the worst instead of bringing the best out of somebody that can rather impact your life positively? And Pastor Kisi, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. We're looking forward to you giving us the next date because we can't wait. Me and I'm saying men cashing, but Mr. Wemaninche.
I was here for let me said yeah, and now could be a ni pitri. I was say and I coffee ma it was school. Miss was a coffee ma inti I was here for aha and I was a yard on yame or the yan baby drew. The car will be almost say and ne ya papa, my dear na a jackisi and a did medino ewa and Akusha Williams ebeboam sana ama mansen so ebeboam and now so for by women requem one medamase some buy. That's a neighbor says she abium. Did say Nyame adoma. Eda, God bless you. I'll call you after the program. I'll call you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.